Hi, all. This is Dr. J streaming live from Long Island, New York, where the weather is improving. It's beginning to feel like spring. Today was a lovely day, temperature getting up around 50 degrees. There was a bit of a breeze off the water, but I'll take it. I mean, it's warming up. I think Saturday is going to be in the 60s. It is spring. The calendar says it's spring, and I'm beginning to believe it. So I did take a walk. I did walk down to the water, and it was a little chilly. I mean, I probably underdressed, but whatever. It was a nice day. Try to get comfortable in this chair a little bit so we can chat. Um, what else did I do today? I did not write chapter 11 of my book, which I may never write at this rate. Seem to have put it on the back burner. What did I do? Hung with some friends, bummed around a little bit, like I used to do when I was a teenager. So now I'm in my second teenage experience, apparently. And hung out with my grandchildren, and that's always fun. Took one of them out to eat, the 2.5-year-old guy, and he loves to eat. And then what else did I do? I played Connect Four with the little guy. That was fun. He seems to know how to count to four, and it's amazing. He beat me every single game. Isn't that amazing? Anyway, what about the market? Well, the market's confounding me a little bit. I expect it to go down, but I did expect about 3 or 4 dojis in a row. Monday was a doji, Tuesday was a doji, arguably Wednesday was a doji, today was a doji on the Dow. So I got what I expected, but I thought the drift would be a little lower than it is. In fact, it's hanging real tough, this battle of the bulls and the bears. And frankly, I don't care who wins, because as long as stocks like Cielos and Amrn and other stocks that I own go up, then I don't care if I miss this call. I really don't. So it won't be the first time that I've missed a call. If in fact it continues to go up and takes out 26,241, I will be happier than, what's the expression? A pig in mud? No. Well, you get the idea. I'll be happy. My ego isn't that tied up in this vlog. To a certain extent it is, because I spend a lot of time with it, but I'd rather make money. So in any event, I do own Cielos I bought it at what? Trying to remember now. I'm having trouble remembering. Under $3. I don't remember exactly. Well, it doesn't matter. In the 290s, something like that. And my target is 4, but I may just raise that target, because after hours, there was news and Zoom and day traders like jockeying to get in for the run tomorrow. Maybe we'll have the early run for the roses tomorrow for Cielos. The news had to do with it's acquiring 2 new drugs for its pipeline after the merger with don't remember the name of the company. But the 2 new drugs, one of them in particular looks like a very promising drug, peptides that will fight the Lewy bodies, the alpha-synuclein protein that clutters up the neurons in Parkinson's patients. How it will fight it, I don't know. Can it reverse it? I don't think so. I think it's more to prevent it. They talked about disease prevention, which is great, because there are no other Parkinson's drugs that actually do that. So, I mean, that's a very hot area. That's what Voyager is working on, Denali is working on. Prothena is working on stocks that we've talked about. They have other central nervous system therapeutics in the pipeline. Seelos looks like a very good company, and the chart looks good. So maybe I sell some of it at 4 if it gets there. I think it will, and keep the rest for posterity, as I tweeted out. Okay, so that takes care of Seelos. Amrn, also news, and also up a little after hours. And amrn is the company that I've been adding to. I really like this one to take out that $23 high. It's only in the 18s. Deserves to be over 20. It's the Vasipa, I don't know if I'm saying it right, VASCEPA, is an FDA-approved drug. And they're looking for a new indication that it prolongs life in cardiovascular patients and so on. It's a tremendous drug based on the study that it just finished not too long ago that caused it to pop from $2-3 to 12, and then from 12 to 23. Pulls back a little now. I think it's going to go back up. It may go back up for very quickly, if you know what I mean. Why would it go back up very quickly? Yeah. There's been rumors about buyouts on this particular company for a while. But when the rumors die down, that's when it seems to happen. Okay, what else did I do? I bought some Avinga, the PAD device maker to peripheral artery disease, and it had a device on the market. Now it has a new improved device that it's waiting for approval. It should get that approval. I think it's awaiting approval, and should go into marketing it rather quickly. So that should be a big boost to this company. It's under $1. I mean, if you look at it, it came down from ridiculous heights. Maybe those people in it now are going to make some money. Those people now include me. I just bought some I think this morning I don't remember, but whatever I paid for it, it went down a little bit after that. It's annoying. What else? Athx we're going to look at. Ooh, that's the most painful, brutally painful stock that I own. I own a lot of it. It does nothing but go down, and I think it's got the most potential out of all the biotechs that I own. That's why I have the most of it, but you got to sit and wait for a year till the treasure trial is read. The data is read from the treasure trial, the Japanese trial, for their multi-stem drug for ischemic stroke. They are a stem cell company. Regenerative medicine. And then we're going to look at the charts of the Dow, the S&P, the NASDAQ, and the RUT. So let's just do it. As always, do your own due diligence. My opinions are strictly my own and not constitute investment advice. And subscribe to my blog if you haven't already. Tell your friends about this. Share the link. Write comments and give me that thumbs up. And keep your fingers crossed that Verizon doesn't knock me off. Lose internet when I try this. That happened a couple of nights ago. That was unpleasant. I spent a lot of time preparing that vlog only to lose it. And it wasn't fair to you guys because I talked about Seelos, which subsequently did very well. I also charted ELF for strictly at the recommendation of Jigglypuff. And I really apologize to Jiggly for not having done it sooner. Okay, I think I charted ELF. Yeah. You know what's missing? amrn. Well, maybe if we have time, I'll just look at it quickly. The Dow Jones Industrial Averages. Come on, load. Oh, no, don't tell me. Oh, there we go. Okay, it found support at the 50 yesterday, bounced up from the 50 for our fourth consecutive doji in a row. It's still trading in the middle of the big red candle from Friday. Yawn. Today was a non-conclusive day, whether we take this high out from Friday and say just kidding about a correction. So it's still up in the air whether it'll be a correction or not based on the Dow. Let's look at the NASDAQ. This is the NASDAQ 100 up. What was it up? It was up more than that. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't up more than that. 73.20, yeah. Okay, that's what it was up. But if we have a red candle, even though it was up because it's closed lower than the open. So this is a dubious bullish value. It's not really a very bullish candle at all. Call it neutral, tug of war, doji, not impressed. One way or the other, tells us nothing, today's action on the NASDAQ. The RUT was the best performer of the day again. That's because I'm double short with TWM. I'm going to have to give up on that very soon if this doesn't turn, even though it'll probably turn as soon as I give up on it. All right, so you know that feeling, I guess. We all have that feeling. As soon as we exit a trade, it goes up. So we have 4 consecutive up days. Actually, two and a half. This was a hammer. We're kind of repelled by the 50. So even though we have been doing well, outperforming the other indices, we can't seem to cross the 50-day moving average. So we're still on the wrong side of the street, so to speak. Again, today was a non-conclusive day, although it did poke its head above the 50. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Will we have another big red candle tomorrow, or will we have a big green candle putting to bed the threat of a correction? But only time will tell. I'm still stubbornly clinging to the correction idea, even though I don't really want that correction. I just think that it's going to happen. S&P 500, was that actually down? No, it wasn't down. It's the wrong day. We have a little bit more than a doji, but not much. It's like a fat doji today on the S&P, up 0.36%. So another probably nothing day. In fact, we have a harami, so it's actually a bullish day because we have a bullish harami. Not that it means much. I really discount these haramis that occur so often. I'm going to say that all 4 of these charts, today's action shows me very little. It did not make a new high today, so we continue to have a lower high, a series of lower highs. Beginning from Thursday of last week, we have a lower high. So, we have these lower highs. Cielos, nice after hours move, even though I lost a few pennies from the time I bought it at the close. 286 at the close. I don't know what I paid, 290 something. And after hours, it made a big move up based on the addition to its pipeline, which I think is an excellent addition. It's a very strong looking company going forward with its pipeline. So I think it's going to draw some attention tomorrow. Pre-market, I think it'll be strong. The question is, Does it give it all back during the trading day, or does it go further up? I see it going further up than 364 pre-market, maybe even as high as 4. The question is, what happens next? Follow through. Will there be follow through, or does it give it all back to $3? It's going to be an interesting day for CELOs tomorrow. The chart doesn't tell us very much at all. I mean, today's action on the chart. CVM, another big mover today on no news, which I like. Taking a long time to load, which I don't like. Up 21 cents, beautiful move, 7% to $3.20. But the key candle that we have to take out is the one from 321, which went to 337, and it very well could, en route to taking out probably the one on 12.3 of 353, and probably stopping right around the high here of 364, waiting for data. So my call is somewhere around 350 to 364, and then we get the data readout, and it'll either zoom or collapse. But it might be a decent idea for some people, including me, to take a little off the table at about 350, where I think it's headed. Very nice green candle today, almost a full green candle. Day before was a hammer, very nice candle. So I like this chart very, very much. Technically, I don't know if this is a hammer, an inverted hammer. I always get confused. I like calling it a pinhead because it's just clearer. Looks like a pinhead. But a pinhead is usually reserved for bar charts, not candlestick charts. So we'll call it a hammer. If it's really an inverted hammer, well, excuse me. The point is, the chart is excellent. This is a breakout today, and after hours was really nice. No, after hours, only up a penny. It was during the day, it was really nice. ALF, Interactive. I may even add to my position on CVM. I mean, you can't have too much of a good thing. Trouble is, I've been burned on data readouts before. ALF, beautiful ascending channel. They're in beauty. What are they? Beauty school, beauty company? I don't know what they are. But this is Jigglypuff's Go-Go Momo stock. I apologize to Jigglypuff because he asked me to chart it back around here when it was right around the 50-day, a lot lower. Probably it was about, I don't know, maybe $9, I'm guessing. So had I given a strong buy on it then, Jigglypuff would be a rich man maybe. I assume Jiggly went into it anyway. Doesn't need me to give him the okay. I still like it, Jiggly. Probably very good for a swing trade right here. I might even do it. In fact, I probably will do it. If it opens up right around where it closed, or pulls back a little like it did in after hours, wait for a little pullback, maybe to 1050. Then you're looking for 1163 on the upside, $10 on the downside. So you're willing to lose a half a buck to make over a buck. That's not bad. So on a pullback to, let's say, 250, looks like a decent swing trade. Decent. Maybe not so attractive because it had so many days up in a row. But who's to say that it won't continue? Just because it's hit overbought territory means nothing. It could stay there for weeks, even months. I've seen stocks in overbought territory. If you bought it down here and hit overbought territory, that might be a signal to take profits on the other hand. I sometimes do that. Don't put an upper limit, just wait for it to hit You're on RSI of 70 plus. So I assume if I do that, other traders do that. athx, so we might see some profit taking due to the fact that the RSI is above 70, and we've had so many up days. And Friday and tomorrow just may be a weak day in the market. So if all of that happens, we get a bargain on ELF, maybe it's worth a flyer. athx, oh, getting killed. It looks like the new trading range is from 139 to up here at about 150. A real yucky poo. 139 to 150 for a trading range. I'm going to puke. And it's quite not likely, but it's quite possible it comes back down to this 139 level, tests it, and hopefully bounces. So I can see it going down another 7 pennies. I can't see it taking this low out. If it takes that low out, it's big trouble. So I hope and pray it does not take that low out. Okay, let me just quickly do amrn. It's worth a quick look. I mean, we've all looked at these charts over and over and over again. That's why I don't want to spend tons of time over analyzing them. I've spent a lot of time with just about all of them at one time or another, right? So let's look at quickly amrn. AMRN. Hopefully it loads quickly. Come on. That's not quick. Well, there we go. That's not bad considering I have so many windows open. As long as I have the video intact, as long as the picture and the voice are good, I'm not going to complain tonight. It was up 36 pennies during the day, down 26 pennies after hours. I don't know why it was down after hours. There was news today after hours, I believe, that there was an application made to the FDA to expand its labeling to make claims for cardiovascular purposes that it couldn't make earlier. This is a strange looking candle, though. I'm not thrilled with this candle. It opened at a high of 1858 and closed at 1838. So it went from wait a second. Opened at 1975, closed at 1844. It's very yucky price action, but it's on the right side of the descending trend line. I have a feeling it's going to hug it going down. I think it's going to give us a hard time before it takes off. We're right at the 50-day, however. I don't know. Tomorrow is going to be very difficult to predict. Does it come back into this triangle, or does it stay out of the triangle? My hope is that it stays the heck out, puts a little distance, get a little breathing room between the candle and the descending trend line. I mean, it's got to break out of this triangle sooner or later. Well, it could be later. It could come back in and not use this lower line for the bigger triangle. You know, I'm going to say, based on this candle, that we're in for more stress before we get some really good price action. Probably come back down to the 17 something or other. 1770, 80. I could see that happening tomorrow. I don't like it, but I could see it happening. Um, Time will tell. We'll know tomorrow. What I would like to happen is that it bounce off the 50 and go straight up. So what I would like to happen is different than what I think is going to happen. I think it'll come back in, and maybe I don't know after that. We had news that I thought was positive, but yet it went down on that after hours. Hard to say. I can't make a prediction for tomorrow. Part of me says it's going to go up, and part of me says it's going to go down. And I know you don't like that when I can't make up my mind. So I'm sorry I went to look at this chart even. I'm going to stop screen sharing. I'm very bullish, Amrn. Don't get me wrong. Even if it comes down, I'll probably buy more. I said that the other day. If it comes down to the 1565 level, I'll buy a lot more, probably. Probably. I can never commit what I'm going to do for sure. All right, so I'm going to stop screen sharing and see what happens with respect to the picture. All right. Are we back? Not really. It doesn't look like I'm back. Looks like a dark screen with a blue circle. All right, so considering I'm not sure if you're even hearing me, I'm going to say thanks for watching tonight. Are my lips moving in sync with my words? No, they are not. Wonderful. Thank you, Verizon. So I'm going to say shalom, sayonara, au revoir. Hope that you were able to get something out of this tonight. Good luck on all your trading decisions. May the force be with you. Don't forget to subscribe. Hasta mañana.